dinner. Utter rubbish, I say, utter... Countess Gridiola Selfislova, the convener of our board, would like to place her thoughts on this grave matter. Countess?
I wonder what the world is coming to. Who puts such ridiculous ideas in children's heads? Must be the crop of these modern teachers. There's this particular school in India that I've heard of, the Dhirubhai Ambani International School. They are known all over for putting only the right ideas in their students' heads. Dare to dream, learn to excel is their motto. Education must not be static. It must continuously evolve, they say. And the children, they go revolving around the globe in a mad rush to improve the world, making our lives miserable in the process.
Really? Atrocious. I support what the Countess proposed.
I haven't really proposed anything as yet, but thank you for your support anyway, Mr. Shifty No Good.
I propose that we must get the children to come here. We must tempt them away from their road to perfection and bring them to our palace of temptation.
Great idea. We'll grab the kids.
Lady Grabber, do not always be so besotted with the idea of grabbing. Be more subtle, more politically correct. We will entice the kids to come here on their own.
Buen idea. But how? India's so far away.
I know how. I am in close touch with the dreaded Transylvanian gang of goons, the Chucklehead clan. We would send them, the masters of craftiness, on our Air Albatross flight to India. They will waylay the children and induce them to come here voluntarily to our palace of temptation, the place to lead a perfect life filled with candies and junk food, toys and no school. Which child will be able to resist that?
Yippee! You are such an admirably evil genius, Countess.
Brillante, Countess Gridiola, brillante!
I still think that grabbing works better than mollycoddling, but go ahead anyway.
I will text them the details of the mission and ask them to report here ASAP. Done. They should be here shortly.
You are so fantastically wicked, Countess. I wish I could be like you. I do.
Stick by me, girl, and I will teach you all the trickery that is there to be learned. I will teach you to be as maliciously, magnificently evil like me. I was once like you, my child, slightly insecure. Argued with stepmother too, thought I was mature. But I put my heart aside and I used my head. Now I think it's time you learned what dear old stepmom said. Don't you wanna be evil like me? Don't you wanna be mean? Don't you wanna make mischief your daily routine? Well, you can spend your life attending to the poor, but when you're evil, doing less is doing more. Don't you wanna be ruthless and rotten and bad? Don't you wanna be very, very good at being bad? I have tried my whole life long to do the worst I can, clawed my way to victory, built my master plan. Now the time has come, my dear, for you to take your place. Promise me you'll try to be an absolute disgrace. Don't you wanna be evil like me? Don't you wanna be cruel? Don't you wanna be nasty and brutal and cruel? And when you grab that wand, that's when your reign begins. Who wants an evil queen without her sack of sin? Don't you wanna be heartless and hardened as stone? Then you should thank your lucky star that you are born the girl you are, stepdaughter of an evilicious queen.
There's still a few hours left for midnight. For your information.
If you get up and about, old man, any time becomes midnight.
Oh, really? Like you go nuts every time you see a nut anywhere? Speaking of which, where did you get such a colossal walnut from? Never seen any bigger in my life before.
Neither have I. And I am called the Nutty Professor by all the squirrels all across the meadows of Chiranbal. I spotted it yesterday, lying under the walnut tree by the little mirror pond on the way to the river. Tried rolling it down here, just couldn't. So today morning, I borrowed the wheelbarrow of Mola the Mole as he lay blissfully asleep in his burrow and have managed to bring it back home. Should last me a month at least, unless you and your two guests gorge on it tonight. Who are they, by the way?
The introductions would have been done by now if you had ceased your non-stop chatter, Kut-Kut. Children, why don't you let the Nutty Professor know who you are?
I am Dhyanata. And I'm Roshan. And as I'm sure you have guessed by now, I am Kut-Kut, also known as the Nutcracker, in addition to the Nutty Professor. I have many names. Give me a hug. I love hugs.